All right, you're listening to 91.5 WUML Lowell Blues Deluxe. And it's my distinct pleasure to have Eliza Neals again back on the radio show with me. Hello there.
Hey! I'm here, John. Finally, it's been time flew by, but I'm so happy to be here with you today. Thanks
Yeah,
for
and
having me.
you have a new record out called Batter to the Bone.
Yeah, Thorogood had a good implant in my brain, and so I go, you know what? He's bad to the bone. I'm going to be badder to the bone on this one because I had so many badasses on it. So I figured
Yeah.
I figured it was fitting.
So let's talk about the record. How long did it take you to put this together?
Oh, let's see, about 2 years, and I had some lyrics maybe from years prior, but to put everything together, about 2 years.
And
Yep.
prior to that was Black Crow Moan, right?
Yep. Yep, it was. I
And
put
what
that out, yeah, during the pandemic. So I had two albums during the pandemic.
Right, and during our interview, I played that whole record right after the interview, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was written like maybe 2 years before the pandemic hit. And then I put all the finishing touches on it like right before the pandemic hit. And then I decided, let's put this out during so we have something to do because we're locked inside here. And we might as well put something out and make lemons into lemonade and make people feel better and hear some music.
There you go. So it took 2 years to put it together. Did you
Mm-hmm.
have the songs ahead of time or not?
I had some of the songs, some of the lyrics. I don't just write complete songs at once unless it's really like a fluke, like Pawn Shop Blues I wrote at one time. Different songs take longer. Sometimes I just have the music and I add the lyrics. So yeah, that one was kind of pieced together. I took lyrics from other areas and different books and put them together to make a song and then did the melodies. And then I got some of the tracks from my friend Mike P. in Nashville. He had 3 or 4 music tracks that I wrote to and helped him arrange. United We Stand, Bucket of Tears, Fueling Me Up, and Lockdown Love. Those were his musical pieces that I told him, look, I want a rumba, I want a slow blues. And he kind of put together some tracks for me and then we arranged those. Then I had all the words written out and basically pieced it all together like a week before we recorded.
What's your favorite song on this record? Probably all of them, but
I like all of them, but I think I love Queen of the Nile a lot, and I love Bucket of Tears.
that's great.
Oh, I love Heathen too. Heathen's funny; it makes me laugh.
And you have two versions, Queen of the Nile and Queen of the Nile 2.
Yeah, just in case I was worried. The song is almost 7 minutes long, so I said, well, I don't know if radio is going to play it. I hope they do, because I studied with Barrett Strong from Motown, and he told me try to keep your songs under 3 minutes, and get to the hook right away. So I kind of did everything the opposite on this one, because in the 70s, he switched all that to, Ball of Confusion, Papa Was a Rolling Stone. Those were like 12, 13, 14 minutes. So I said, Barrett was like Berry Gordy told them to do that. It worked. But I kind of went against that and made it 7 minutes. And they played it. So I did the Queen of the Nile 2 for radio stations who can't play the 7-minute version.
Well, I'm a radio station that can. I'll play anything. It doesn't matter how long it is. How's that?
Okay, I like it. You're the person that kind of DJs that we wrote it for, so you could hear every last thing we put on there.
Every last nuance of the song, right?
Yes, all the backing vocals, all the way up to the last chord on the piano.
Tell me
Yeah.
about the musicians on this record.
I have a culmination of Nashville-based musicians who are from Detroit, small world, and then I have Detroit musicians. I have a Texas musician, Lance Lopez. Who else do we have? I think basically it's the Detroit-Nashville connection here on this one. They're all great. If you want me to get into names, I got to put my glasses on. Well, no one will see that. Just you, John. Blah, blah, blah. My nerd look. We got so many musicians, I don't even know where to start. We have Billy Davis, Rock and Roll Hall of Famer on Got a Gun. We have Mike P. He did Insane Clown Posse, Kenny Wayne Shepherd, Zug Island, I did my very first album with him, I'm Waiting. And we're like, he's my partner in crime. He played the guitars on many of these tunes, Bucket of Tears, Lockdown Love, United We Stand, Fueling Me Up. We have Lance Lopez, like I said, I Can't Find My Way Home, Queen of the Nile, King Kong. We got Peter Keys from Lynyrd Skynyrd on King Kong, Queen of the Nile, and Can't Find My Way Home. Tim Grogan on the same three. Joe Bass on the same, no, not Joe Bass. We have JP, right.
Reason.
Yeah, on bass. Oh my gosh, there's so many great people. We have Skeeto Valdez on drums out of Detroit. We have Paul Randolph on bass. Let's see, who did I miss? Kimberly Wright's doing backing vocals with me on Heathen. And the rest I'm doing, which I stacked to make it sound like I have a choir with me. Let's see. I think that's it. And we got, Brian Clune on some of them, on some drum tracks. Mike P played bass on another track. I think that does it.
And you wrote all these songs?
Yes, wrote or co-wrote. I co-wrote the ones with Mike P. I told you, 3 or 4 with him, but the rest I wrote myself. And I write it all on piano mostly. And then I transpose it into guitar, rock and blues, Detroit rock and blues style. You know what I mean?
Yep. So let's talk about your band, the band that you have when you do gigs.
Okay.
Well, say Detroit. When you're in Detroit, you have your own band in Detroit, correct?
Yes, I use people, I've been with for years, and I switch it up sometimes just to give the sound like a moving sound, a elevating sound. So right now I'm using Skeeto Valdez on drums, who I've known for years. He's been with King Konga, that band. They were like, I think they broke out into the national scene for a while. He's played with everybody. I have John Abraham, who's been with me since 1997 when I put my first album out, and I was just Eliza Tomasian, which is the Armenian name. Eliza Tomasian Neals became Eliza Neals. So yeah, John Abraham on bass. I got Eric Goebel on guitar. I use Joe Stanley on guitar when I'm in Detroit. I use Evan Mercer on B3 and piano along with my piano. And I also use some horns. I use Big Will on saxophone, and sometimes we add trumpet. I can't think of the person's name, but sometimes I use a horn section. But mostly it's those are my Detroit guys. And when I do the out east, it's John Medeiros on drums, Frankie Boy Blues on guitar, who's doing a lot with me. He did Europe with me. He'll be doing a lot more. On bass, we have, who do we have on bass? Oh yeah, Mickey McGuire. I usually use Lenny Bradford, but Lenny's been booked a lot lately. And Bruce Bear's on B3 and keyboards along with my piano.
Yeah, I know all those guys.
Yeah, they're going to be at the Cape Cod Music Room on set tomorrow.
John Medeiros.
Yeah, John Medeiros is the first drummer I used on the East Coast. In the very beginning, he was referred to me by another East Coaster, Justin Pacey. Do you know him?
I don't.
He's a rocker. He's phenomenal. He said, you know what, for blues, I'm going to give you a guy's name, John Medeiros. And then we hit it off. I would say this was in 2015. He goes back to me from when I broke into the blues.
Yeah, and he's with Joe Louis Walker, too.
Right. He met Joe at my gig. I was doing a session with Joe, and I hired John. And it's a nice, beautiful circle of giving back. You know, he helped me get all these cool Lenny Bradford and all these people. Now he met Joe at my session, so now Joe hired him. So it's like a beautiful thing.
Yeah, all your musicians get hired by Joe. How's that?
Yeah. Thanks, Joe. But that's okay. I love Joe. Joe hired me for a lot of great stuff, you know.
Tell me about that. You and Joe and how that all came about.
Well, let's see. I met Joe from Lenny Bradford. Lenny was playing, I think it was City Winery in New York. He said, why don't you guys come on up and you can meet Joe. And I said, okay. So we went over. I met Joe that night. And after that, we started working together. He liked my music. He said he looked into it, liked it a lot. He asked me to do Mystique Blues Festival I did that for 2 years and a third year on virtual. when the pandemic hit. That was really great. And you know, that's a great festival. And then Joe and I asked Joe to produce on Black Crow Moan album. So he did Devil Don't Love You, and he sang and played on Black Crow Moan. So he's featured on that album, which was, I thought, the most beautiful. I love what he did on Black Crow Moan and on Devil Don't Love You, but I love how he sang on Black Crow Moan with me. It made the song perfectly complete, like exactly how I wanted it to go. So big love for Mr. Joe Louis Walker. He's an icon, and I thank him every day for all the stuff I've learned. And he's still a friend of mine, and we still talk and everything. He's real busy doing his new album, so hopefully we'll work together again.
That's great.
Yeah.
So how's the new record doing?
It's doing great. It's number 6 in the blues rock charts right now. 30 on the blues chart. It's on Amazon bestsellers. It's number 3 in New York. What else can I tell you? It's getting really great reviews. I'm an indie label. You know, we do everything ourselves, so it's very hard to go up against these major labels, but we're right in with all of them in the top lists of everything. We're number 5 in all of the UK on IBA. If you look at the top albums there, we're number 5. So I can't ask for anything more, John. What can I tell you?
How do you get to that level? Do you know how that happens?
You just mail it out and you pray people like it.
That's it? That's it?
Well, I think you mail it out to we mailed it out to a lot of people. And then we hope they get it. Like during the pandemic, we mailed it out to as many people. And, you know, half the people didn't even leave the house to go to the post office.
I got it.
You know, so it's like trial and error. So basically we mailed it out, we sent it out, and then we say, you know, did you get it? Yeah, we got it. We love it. It's going in the playlist. And I think that's it. I don't know what else I can say. I don't have someone strong-arming anybody. You know, no, I'm not like...
No other distribution channel? You do it yourself?
Yes, we do it ourselves. People can buy it through CD Baby, but they don't promote.
Wow. That's great, though, that you're at that higher level with sales. That's good.
We're really lucky. I mean, with sales, yeah, I think they see it in the pool of the radio station play. And then, of course, Sirius XM, Bluesville, plays it. I was number 5 top blues song in Rack of Blues. Like, it was on there for 4 weeks straight, and then it was right into heavy rotation. Still is right now, since April 24th, after the day of the Armenian Genocide commemoration.
So let's talk about the White Mountain Boogie and Blues Festival that you were at.
Okay.
The last time with Papa Chubby. There's some great video from that.
Yeah, I had my own spot. I think I went on at 6:00. Papa Chubby was artist at large. And I said, Papa, you want to come play? He said, yeah, because, you know, when you're an artist at large, you play with as many bands as will have you. And, of course, who wouldn't have Papa Chubby? So I had him. I had Jimmy Carpenter. I had Ann Harris. And we threw down, man. I had my own set. I was so happy to be on that festival. That was one of the best festivals I've ever played, John. So many people loved the music. They were a bunch of hippies. And that's where I fit in, you know?
And you fit right in.
I think I did. I wore my hippie dress. And I played all my music, which is, I think it's right out of the late 60s, early 70s. Don't you agree? I mean, that's how I feel it is.
Kind of, yeah. It has that feel to it.
That's my favorite music, right? That's what
you grew up with it.
I grew up in the 70s. Yeah, I grew up as a kid and listening to it. So my older sister would say, you have to learn this. You have to learn that. And if you don't learn it, you're a loser. So I'm like, okay. So I learned Can't Find My Way Home, like all these songs, you know, and all the blues stuff and all the blues rock fusion from the UK, you know, all the best music. And that's how I kind of put my music as a model towards all that great Coco Taylor, Howlin' Wolf, and like kind of just put a little bit more rock to it, you know, like the Rolling Stones do, but my own way, you know.
So how's your touring schedule look coming up?
I'm working on it. It's like right now it's crazy with the gas prices. But I'm getting more and more gigs. I'm doing a gig in Iowa, Spring Fest, coming up on the 29th. And I'm steadily rebooking the festivals that were canceled. So it's looking good. We're gonna be in Florida for the whole month of October. In September, I think we're gonna be UK and Spain. Get back there, because I canceled my Club 100 that was supposed to be in July.
No.
When was that one?
April.
April. And we're gonna book a lot more things around it. So it's getting there. It's getting better. That's really hard to do because there's so many musicians who are making up for lost dates right now. So we got to just keep on pushing to get those dates back, you know.
And how about local stuff?
Local, I'm gonna be doing local for me here in Jersey City is New York and Pennsylvania and all that. So I'm working on that, trying to get those rooms in New York, like City Winery, Iridium, then get back to Lizzie Rose and all those kind of Stanhope House. I got to work on that and get that for, maybe November, December.
Yeah, you get
they're all booked up now.
New England
all booked
places
up.
too. You can Jimmy's Jazz Club in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and
Yeah.
the Bull Run in Shirley. There's a bunch of places you could go.
Yeah, I got to get all those together. I got to have a tour like with at least 10 dates. So I'm working on that. And Don O'Dell's asked me to do it. I'm going to get on that one. And just get it like where you can do it all within a week or two, because the gas is crazy. So you have to make it work, you know? So yeah, I'm working on all that, John.
And you have a band here. You can take around to all those places because they're all local guys.
Yeah, I could have Frankie's band do some stuff, get them to do some openings, and then we can just kind of do it together. That's what I was thinking about doing, or just have him as a solo opener. He
Frankie,
does that all
yeah.
the time. So Frankie boy, yeah. So I'm gonna think about doing something like that, and then get on the festivals. Try to get on North Atlantic. Anyone listening, you want to see me at North Atlantic? Put the word out. Everybody's been asking me, when are you going to be on North Atlantic? I'm trying to get on that one and get back to, there's a couple other ones. Which other ones are big on the East Coast? I don't know. I can't think of it right now, but we're trying to get on all those. You know how it is. It's a lot of competition.
Oh, yeah. Last time I talked to you, you told me a story about Frankie when you guys were in Europe somewhere. And a crazy story about Frankie.
What story? Which one?
You were driving in the mountains, I guess, and it was
Oh,
yeah. There you go. I jogged your memory.
Yeah, so I was freaking out, but he wasn't. Is that the story? Yeah, he was just sitting there, no worries. I'm like, what is going on? I thought we were going to die, honestly. I thought it was going to be it. I mean, I died in my perfect setting of music, which is good, but not good when you're going to die off of a huge mountain. I mean, it was a snowstorm. You couldn't see in front of you. And HJ was driving like a champ. He drove us out of it. No worries. He wasn't scared. Frankie wasn't scared. And DeMarcus was filming it. I have to get that film from him. I think he's guarding it with his life. He's not giving it up right now. Because I was screaming and yelling. I'm surprised he didn't put it out yet. But it was crazy. It's in the name of blues rock, of keeping the blues alive, John.
And you were doing it.
We did, man. We did it. We finished the tour, I think 11 dates out of like 14 days. I didn't lose my voice. I didn't get sick. Nobody got sick. Just minor things. And we lived through the snowstorm on the mountain. It looked like Mount Ararat.
Yeah.
I mean, it was terrible. I mean, it was so much. I mean, it was beautiful, but not to drive in. I mean, when semis are coming at you and it's one lane, it's like one lane. So you have to turn like sideways into the mountain and they have to like pass you. It was very, very, I can't tell you.
And not much room.
Nail biting.
And not much
No
room.
room. No room. I don't even know how we did it. But then we started coming down off the mountain and then there was no more snow. But Frankie wasn't scared. He was just sitting there like another day. And I guess he's used to seeing that kind of snow. So am I. I'm from Michigan, but go wonder about it. I don't know. He's something else, that kid.
So now that you've released this record, I take it you're working on more music for another record down the road.
Oh yeah, I'm always writing songs. I already got two or three ready to go. Um, so you'll be hearing some more music probably right away, if all goes well and I can get to the studio and finish the rest of it. But yeah, I got some new music. I got a song I wrote with Barrett Strong. I'm not going to say too much, but that one's going to be coming soon. And I have some amazing people on that, a lot of the same guys, and maybe a special guest. I'm not sure who yet, but I'll let you know. But it's a song I wrote with Barrett. It's on his album Stronghold 2. And I'm not going to say the name of it, but it's a good one. We had Bonnie Raitt in mind. We were going to try to get it to her. But I said, you know what? I'll just sing this one. Why not? She's #1 on the bestsellers right now. And in the UK, she was 1 and I was 5. So that's not bad.
No,
It's not bad.
that's great. Great company to be in, right?
I'm just thanking my, lucky stars that people are finding it more and more, and they're liking what they hear. So I guess, it's all good. It's just everything I've ever wanted to happen. You don't quit, keep going. I think it will happen if you're meant to do it. Like I never thought I would be on a magical private island singing in front of Mick Jagger, singing blues. So anything can happen, John. Just keep going. If you have a dream, don't give up. That's all I can tell you. And make sure you love what you do, too.
You do, that's for
That
sure.
makes sense.
Another question.
I hope
You,
so.
you self-produce this stuff yourself. You put it out
Yes, I
on your
do.
own.
Yeah.
You ever thought of shopping it
Yeah.
to labels to see if they take it up?
Yeah, I've gotten some offers, but nothing's been something I'd want to give up like my royalties for. Nothing good. I mean, if it was like Don Was or like Rick Rubin, someone who does the Black Keys or something like that, yeah, I would. But if it's people who are good but they want you, hey, half these people want 20 grand, dude.
No, you'll keep it.
I don't have 20 grand.
Yeah.
I'd rather just keep it and do it myself. I mean, I don't think what am I losing? Maybe some promotion, yeah. Maybe some great tours, yeah. But with gas prices the way they are, I don't know how that's working out.
Right.
What do you think?
You do what you need to do.
I mean, if you gotta
that's your decision to decide what the best is for yourself at this point.
Right, because Barrett Strong always tells me he's a producer, right, for Motown. Him and Norman Winfield did all that. And I learned, 15 years in the studio with him, and I learned how to produce. And although I haven't produced other people, I just do it myself, but I would if I could. I have a good idea of what I want to hear. I'm not the best producer in the world, but I know what I want to hear for me. And I think it works for now. I mean, it's not like people aren't liking it and playing it. If they hated it, I'd be like, well, forget this. I need to find someone to help me. But so far, so good. And, it's a learning thing. Every time I put something out, I'm like, oh, I could have done that better. But Barrett always told me, if you write the song, then you know how it goes. So you're the producer. And that sticks with me too. Because one time I did have somebody produce me, a couple times.
Yeah.
No names announced. And it sucked. I didn't even like the song. I threw it away. I'm like, hello. I loved what Joe Louis Walker did. He was great. Now he did Devil Don't Love You. I love that. You know what I mean? So I have had other people produce me. Good, great people. But people way before that, I'm talking about. Like I had a deal with Virgin Records in the early 90s, and I was going to do like a blues rock based kind of more soul kind of album. And the guy who gave me the deal gave me like a check for 20 grand, and then he got fired. So that fell through, but at least I got 20 grand.
You didn't have to give it back. Wow.
And then I said, no, I didn't. No. It was like a write-off for them. And then I just used that to go and do my own album. And I did I'm Waiting with Mike P at Barrett's studio on Barrett's label. So
Wow.
Barrett's kind of like the label, the Motown legend label that I was on for like 3 of my albums in the late 90s, early 2000s, all up until 2015, right? And then he closed the label and moved to LA. So I took all that, put that out into the blues, Breaking and Entering on our own label with everything I learned from Mr. Strong, and it broke into the blues market.
He's your mentor. He has been all these years.
Yes, he is. He's one of the only people who said, you know what, you're great. I love your voice. And he said, you remind me of someone. I go, who? And, you know, this is surreal to even hear. He goes, well, when I met Aretha in church, she played the piano and sang. You remind me of her. I'm like, what? Are you insane? And, you know, I was just like in shock that he'd say such a thing, you know, because he was best friends with her from church and, you know, high school. And I guess something about the way I played the piano and sang my own songs. It was that. Obviously, no one can sing like Aretha Franklin, bar none, forget it. You know, but he liked the way I approach my songs, and that's what he liked that. So that's why he produced, you know, so many of my. I mean, I love what Barrett did. I hope I didn't say that wrong. I love what Barrett Strong did, but I'm saying people that I've met outside of what I've learned with Mr. Strong and Joe Louis Walker and all that. There's been other people who wanted to produce me, and it didn't come out so good.
They didn't have the right vibe, as they say.
Or they wanted to do it their way, not really the way they heard. Like they took what I did and changed it too much. You know what I mean? So it wasn't even what I was doing anymore. It was like, what is that? It didn't even sound like the same song.
So you do. You know what I mean? It's good though. You get to do creative things for yourself the way you want them.
Yeah, I think so. I just take like the best, the music that inspires me, which is blues and blues rock from the 70s. And, you know, play homage, you know, give homage to the blues with reverence, you know, and don't change it. Like for Pawn Shop Blues, I wanted to do a boogie woogie. So I decided, you know, let me try to do this. And it worked out. Papa Chubby produced that. Let me get back to that. Papa Chubby did Sweeter Me, and I love what he did. Love, love, love what Papa Chubby did on that album. So I've had people produce me for my own label. I guess I didn't say that enough, but yeah, Papa Chubby did a freaking amazing job on Sweeter Me.
See that? Other people you have to come in to help you. If it's done the way you want it, and it's done correctly, then it's great.
Yeah. Well, then people can feel it because he doesn't change it too much. Joe kept it the way I wrote it, just made it, enhanced it. Papa Chubby did the same thing, and it kept the integrity of the song. That's what Barrett did too. But you know, there'll be somebody else that comes along. Maybe maybe we'll get Don Was, and we'll see what he does. I would love to do that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Add a little funk
he does
to it.
Ray. He doesn't change.
He does funk stuff too.
I mean, yeah, he's phenomenal. I've met him a couple times, so I asked him. I go, hey, let's do something. He's like, he's watching, so let's see what happens.
You never know.
Are you listening?
You never know.
I love the Immediate Family too. You know the Immediate Family? I love them. If they would produce you know who that is?
Yeah, I do.
Don't you love that guy, Waddy Wachtel? Yeah. Well, he's produced a million people. He's produced Stevie Nicks. So someone like that.
He's played on everybody's record.
Right. So like someone like that who gets where I'm coming from. You know what I mean? So
yep.
We'll get to it. In the meantime, we'll just keep on, pumping up the hill, and whatever, the train that could, the little train that keeps going.
Chug, chug, chug up the hill.
That's me. Yeah, well, chug it.
Tell the listening audience
how you like this album? What did you?
I like it. It's a lot. It's great. Cover to cover, it was really nice to listen to the whole thing. What's my favorite?
What's your favorite? I'm just
Fueling Me Up is a great song.
Oh, okay. Fueling Me Up. That took a long time to get done. We had the lyrics, and then I got the track from Mike P, and then we rearranged it. Then I added the backing vocals. Then I added B3, and then finally I said, you know what, it's ready. That's going to be the last song I added to this album. That's funny you said that.
It's a good one. Bucket of Tears is good too.
Thank you. Thanks. It's like some dark song that should be in a Quentin Tarantino,
Movie.
Yeah,
Hey,
I got a gun too.
You never know. Someday those may end up in movies.
Come on, John, hook me up.
Yeah, I wish I could. I don't know those guys.
John Guregian.
So anyway, how do people...
Stephen King, don't you?
He lives not too far. He lives up in Maine.
I know.
So, tell the listening audience how they can find out about you.
Okay, you can just go elizaneals.com, ELIZANEALS.com. And from there, I got my Spotify link, my Instagram, my LinkedIn. I mean, whatever you want to go to, Facebook, Twitter, it's all there. Just press click. You can go right to the website and buy the album. It's available everywhere. Everywhere you can buy music, I'll send you an autographed copy. And you can email me and I'll answer back. I don't have robots doing it or interns. I do it all. And I keep up with you guys and we become friends, and I hopefully we'll see you at a show and we can have fun and take selfies and wear masks and not breathe on each other.
There you go. Well, again, thank you very much.
Right?
Yeah, you're right. Thank you very much. Go ahead.
What about the band thing? You didn't ask me. You didn't ask me about the band. You didn't ask me why I was banned from the festival.
Oh, I was going to ask you that. I forgot to ask you that. Yeah, why were you banned from that festival?
You know what? It's so funny. We called the lady who banned me. It was 3 years ago I did it, right? And no one really knew there was anything wrong. Everybody loved it. It was like I sold 1 million CDs. Everything was great. I wore a 70s dress with fishnets and shorts underneath. And it was appropriate. I mean, there's girls wearing 3-inch shorter dresses now. I'm not going to say any names, but you can see it for yourself. And I see girls with lower tops than what I wear, whatever. And they're at the top. So this woman doesn't like that I wore this dress for some reason, and she thought it was inappropriate. So when we called to book, she says, "Oh no, she's banned." And he says, "Really? Why?" And she didn't want to say why, but I guess she alluded to the dress was too short, and that I supposedly didn't have anything under, which was a lie. I have shorts and I wear them under every dress. And so I guess this woman has done this to other women and told them, "Don't sing this song, don't sing that song if you play my festival." And then she even got mad at somebody drinking wine. So this woman has issues. So it is what it is. And I told somebody from Detroit that they found out. They go, "Well, now you're a real rock and blues, a real rock star, because if you don't get banned from anything, then you're nothing. You're not really a rock and roll.
You're a rebel."
So I guess I'll wear it as a badge. I'm a rebel. So now, like, I guess I fit into the rock and roll archives in Detroit, where you have to be banned from something to like matter. That's what I heard.
So you're wearing it. You wear it as a badge. You wear it as a badge now, right?
I wear it as a badge. I got banned from something. Okay. And, you know, I don't encourage people to get banned. I mean, it wasn't anything horrible. It was just like, okay, look under my dress, you'll see shorts. I mean, whatever. That was it.
Well, Eliza, thank you very much for taking some time out of your busy day. And mention the show tomorrow night you're going to be doing.
I'll be at Cape Cod Music Room, Paul Nelson's new room. He produced Johnny Winter. He's a Grammy Award winner. Big shout out to Paul. And I'll be there at 6. I think we're starting at 7. Be there at 6. We have a really great show for you featuring Frankie Boy on guitar, Mickey McGuire on bass, John Medeiros on drums, Bruce Bears from Duke Robillard on B3 and keyboards. And it's going to be a throwdown. We're going to have a bash, have a big party. So come on out, and we'd love to see you. And I'll be wearing, what will I be wearing? I think some leather pants. You'll have to come and see.
All right. Well, thanks again.
Thank you, John. Thank you for having me. And turn it up really loud and let me know when you want me to come and do whatever. If you do interviews in the studio,
come in with those.
Studio, let me know.
Yeah, come in and play live with those guys. We'll figure it out.
When we come do that whole run, when we do Bull Run and all that, we'll come in and we'll hang out with you.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you. Much love.
Same to you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.